Hi everybody and welcome to the Gearing Up for Success group. So each week I will be doing a post or a video in here that will trigger a thought process, a hint or a tip that might be useful to you, and share things that I think will be valuable to you as a business owner and to help move your business forward, to gear it up for its own success. So this week I actually wanted to do a bit of reflection because it's a perfect time of year to do that, because we're in that mindset already, aren't we? We've been thinking about 2019, what we learned and all of those things. So I wanted to expand that a little bit, and I wanted to think about what have we learned since starting our businesses. Now, I started my business 6 years ago and I have learned so much during that period of time. Not just the practical skills like how to use MailChimp or Canva or how to do my VAT return or my self-assessment, but also very much about how I want the business to be and how I want to be as a business owner. So some of the key things that I've learned, what are they? Well, very much about what I want and what I don't want. And I think probably what I don't want has been the biggest learning curve, recognizing what type of work, what type of clients, how I want to be working, how I want my working week to be structured. These have been huge learning curves because when I first started, I realized that my life was very similar to my corporate life, the hours I was working and the way that I was working. And actually that's not why I started my business. So I had to go through that to really hone in on what was right for me. So now I'm very clear about it. I know exactly how I want to be working. I know what I don't want to be doing, but I'm also aware that sometimes I have to do certain things to get to that point, because that is part of the process. We can't just jump to the end of the line. It doesn't work that way. We have to go through the process to get there. I think also I'm a little bit more stubborn about the things that I don't want to be doing. I'm a little bit more determined that I won't do them because I'm very clear now about the fact that they no longer fit with what I want from the business, how I want my life to be. So though my ultimate vision and goals are pretty much the same, the how I'm going to get there has definitely changed. My business is in a very different place now than it was when I started 6 years ago. It looks totally different. The other thing is that there is no straight line to creating a successful business. Some people, they seem to shoot off and then they might have a huge fall. Other people find it really difficult to climb. They really struggle. And for most of us, it looks like this. It certainly did for me. When I look at the last 6 years, I don't think any of the 2 years have ever been the same. I think some years have been great, some years have been a struggle and a challenge, some have been okay. For me, this last year has been a really good year, but it's been about cementing. It's been about putting into place all the key things that I want so that I can grow them this year. So there is no straight line, and that's okay. I think we worry that we're not moving forward as quickly as we would like, or we've not just suddenly taken off and everything is now successful. That's not the reality of business. Yes, it does happen, but it's not always sustainable if it happens that way. What we are doing is we're putting all the good stuff in to make sure that when it does happen, we're ready. So no straight line to success. The other key thing is that it's okay if some things fail. I think we worry a lot about failure and how that might be perceived. I'll give you an example. So for me, I ran the 2020 goal setting workshop. I did one in December and one in January, and I had 13 people on it, which was great. And I had some excellent businesses on it. I really enjoyed doing it. But I nearly didn't do it. And the reason why I nearly didn't do it is that the previous year I had run the same workshop and didn't sell a single ticket. It would have been very easy for me to give up and say, that doesn't work. People won't benefit from it. People don't want it. But actually, with the learning, I was able to tweak a few things, and how I marketed it and what I called it and how I sold it and how I pulled it together was different. And that generated a different outcome. So failure is not always a bad thing. It is okay to fail. It's part of the learning. The other thing for me is how important being part of the small business community is. It has created so many opportunities for me and provided so much support and resource. I've created friends, I've created business opportunities, and I've been able to share some of the challenges that I'm facing. I face the same challenges. I am a small business owner, the same. I have gone through the same things. I understand the pressures, and being able to share that's quite important. So I've loved being part of that community. And that leads me on to one of the other things, which is surrounding yourself with the right people. People that it's okay from time to time to have a rant with and say, oh, I'm so frustrated by this. We should feel okay to share those emotions, because that again is part of being a small business owner. But also those that are going to celebrate with us, those that are going to support us, be ambassadors for us. These are the relationships that you're building. And I've built some fantastic relationships over the last 6 years. So for me, there's been a huge amount of learning. Yes, there's all the practical stuff that I mentioned before, but the biggest things is very much about what I want from this, what I don't want from it, and what I want to have happen, how I want to be working. And it's taken me a while to understand that, but I just think that's part of the process too. So my biggest learning curve was getting my business to the point that it is now, creating the business that I want. So I'd love for you to share what your greatest learnings have been since starting your business. What are the key things that you've learned, and how have they helped you in your business or helped you as a business owner? It'd be lovely for you to share, because I actually think we're probably all on a very similar page. We're probably all learning some of the same things, because we are all small businesses looking to grow. So share with us what you've gone through, share with us what your key learnings have been and how that's helped you move forward. I'd love to hear, so share in the comments below. Thank you.